Hey everyone, Positron here with an update video for, August 15th, 2019. I want to talk about a couple of things, including stuff that's recently been going on about the channel, and stuff for the future, and all things of that nature. So, first of all, let's touch upon, current series that are going on the channel. We just finished Bloodstain, which was hugely popular, which is always nice to see. We're doing Eagle Island, which is not as popular, but very fun, and people seem to be enjoying it. It is very difficult. I have done some off-camera farming at this point, and that'll manifest in another video or two. We've also been playing Crosscode. Crosscode has been going on for a long time. Obviously, very, very lengthy game, very elaborate. And I ran into a few recording issues along the way, so that series has been very sporadic. I'm trying to get a new video out at least once a week on that, and sometimes maybe every few days. Essentially, I've also got stuff going on in real life too, so I don't necessarily have the huge recording blocks all the time. I'd also like to go and finish Dragon Quest Heroes 2. I know there's at least one person that's excited to see the end of that, and honestly, it was crazy that I never finished it. Just other stuff came up at the time. I think I was busy with school and things like that. And, it's probably got maybe 1 or 2 videos left. It'd be nice to just cap off the series and, and get that out there. So, that's that. But one of the things I want to talk about, and I'm going to put on my chill hat for the moment here, is I recently updated the membership tiers for the channel. So what that means is if you go over to this join button, if you're not a member already, and you go over here, and this is different than subscribing. This is more like a Twitch paid subscription sort of situation. So if you go to this join button and you click it, it comes up with all of these tiers. Don't look too deeply into the naming conventions on these. I was just kind of, trying to put some things on there. But as it stands right now, YouTube recently changed it so that I can have multiple tiers of subscription, essentially. So I set a wide range of tiers. Previously, it was only the $5 tier. And maybe that's too expensive for some people. Maybe people want to give more. I don't know. So I split this up and I try to add some perks to them. So at the subatomic and the positronic tier, right now it's just the badges and the emojis. These can be used in YouTube streaming, much like you would use them on someplace like Twitch. Now, I don't do a lot of YouTube streaming. I've considered going back to it, but as of right now, it's mostly a means of, hey, if you want to support the channel in a monetary fashion, you want to give me something for the content I put out there, it's hugely appreciated. The majority of it goes back into the channel, but anything that you're willing to give, it's greatly appreciated. If you go up to the $10 tier, I don't think it shows it right now, as I just updated it recently. And at this tier, you'll be able to vote on games that I will play in a poll. So maybe, if we get people in this tier, I'll put out a poll every month maybe, and I'll have a list of games, vote on the games you would like to see me play from a list that I've created. If you really want to go nuts, the Accelerator tier, which is $25 a month, I definitely don't expect anyone to do this, but if you want to, it's there. And I'll let you choose a game. Now, if for some reason there ended up being a ton of people at this tier, look, pipe dreams, right? We'd all have to have a discussion and figure out what to be played. Obviously, there are some things I would restrict. There are certain games that, I'm not going to play on the channel. I'm not going to play adult games on the channel, things like that. But, this is something I would get in touch with you. We would chat. We would see, what's something you really want to see me play. And then I would do so. I would make a series of for the channel. So these are the tiers available right now. Again, there's nothing locked content-wise behind here. I'm open to suggestions, though. I know some of the ones that YouTube gives, like you could put out like blooper reels and stuff like that. And there's certainly some discarded recording bits here and there. So if that is something that people are really interested in, and it's something they would like to see on one of these tiers, if you want to have me upload my blooper reels, essentially, maybe that's something we can do for a perk. Right now, again, there's no actual content locked behind these tiers, and I'm very, very cautious and hesitant to do that, as I don't want to lock people out of the content just because they don't want to pay for it, if that makes sense. But yeah, so that's that. And let's talk about a few other things. Now I've gotten the shilling out of the way. Again, if you want to contribute, it's greatly appreciated. Those are the options. So other things for the channel. There's a couple of things I've been uploading. I usually port over the stream VODs. They're not very popular, but I know some people like to see what I've been doing on Twitch and things like that. I'd certainly be interested to know, would people like to see those broken down? Is that a reason that they're not being viewed as much? Are people just not interested in the streaming environment? Or other things you would like to see? And in terms of streaming, are there a lot of people that would want to watch me stream if it was on YouTube instead of Twitch, or even Mixer instead of Twitch? I recently updated all my Mixer stuff as well. I have not streamed there as of yet, but it's certainly a potential for the future. So what else? Are there things that you would all like to see more of, or less of on the channel? There are a couple of genres I haven't really touched too much. I typically tend towards more retro and retro themed things. I haven't done too many roguelikes lately, but that is certainly something that is a possibility. I believe at the time of this recording I'll have a video for Dicey Dungeons going up. It's a very fun roguelike. And if that's something that people would like to see more of, that's certainly something that can be put on the channel. Those are in fact very easy to record, the result of their nature. But they typically don't really have much of an end goal. So yeah, all around, that's all of the things that I think I have to say about this, and I want to be careful of this video going too long. But in general, I would just love to hear feedback. Give you a moment to think there while I clear my throat. Yeah, if there are more things you want to see, if there are things you want to see less of, let me know. And if you have any questions about the membership tier stuff, also let me know. And yeah, in general, again, as it shows on the screen here, you can find me on Twitter as well. If you ever need to, ping me about something, or if there's something you have a question about. I covered this kind of in the last quick update, but I read all comments. The only issue is that sometimes if I get a reply chain, YouTube is really bad at showing reply chains, so sometimes I have to dig for those. So if you have something that's 3 or 4 replies down on a comment and I haven't upvoted it, or I haven't seen it or something, you might want to just make a fresh comment. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the YouTube studio right now. But yeah, otherwise, again, I typically try to upvote all comments that are not just trolling, just to give you a note that, hey, I've seen this. Then of course I'll reply to as many as I can, and I'll leave parts for the ones I particularly like or particularly informative and things like that. But yeah, I think that wraps everything up for the update. I hope this gives you some more information about what's going on in the channel. I appreciate all of you. It's always nice to see people chit-chatting or hanging out and things like that. And I'm glad everybody's enjoying the content. So once again, thanks for watching.